It started in 1892. My great-grandfather had a fleet of barges way back in 1860, and his son, Frederick John Pryor, my grandfather, served an apprenticeship in barge repairs and fishing boat building to a man named John Smith, who was almost Burnham himself in those days. He wasn't getting enough money, I gather, building fishing or repairing fishing boats, so he went to work on the newfangled railway which was coming from Wickford down to Burnham.
When was that?
This would be in the 1880s.
Oh.
And he worked as, being a shipwright and being used to wood, he was a plate layer and also helped build the stations, the station buildings. And in 1888, the station or the railway got within about 4 miles of Burnham in its construction, and in those days, of course, everything, if possible, was carried by sea. So the Burnham River being what it is, and nearly all the farms had a loading, as they called it, which was a small wharf where they've got a frontage onto the river, and he took over a small wharf up at the top of what we call Cliff Reach, and we still have his notebooks, all in his handwriting, of what barges came in on what date and exactly what they were carrying, and who was the skipper, and where did he work for. Oh, it's amazing. And my grandfather did that from sometime in 1888, I suppose, to about 1900, by which time the railway line had reached Burnham. And of course, once the railway line was being pushed through, there were supplies were coming down the railway line, and in the end, all the barges helped to build the railway line, killed the barges.
I was going to think,
Absolutely.
Yes.
So in 1890, my grandfather started on his own, and he never ever formed a company. He was always an individual. But it wasn't until 1892 that he actually bought this plot where we're sitting now, which had the wonderful name on all the deeds of Buckingham Square, you know, kind of. It must be a royal pad we have here. And in 1892, as I say, he started here, and he built the buildings you can see outside with the verandas going up to the sailmaker's loft and things. He owned the plot of land where this house is situated. He died in 1933 when I was 10, and we moved down from the top of the town to this side here, and I came to live here in September 1933.